guys, welcome to Cupcake Ranch. We're down here on our pond, and as you can see, it's very grown up, overgrown. My goats are running out of stuff to eat, and so today we're working on fencing in this little section of our pond here, hoping that the goats can clear them off. Now we got a special helper with us today. My nephew, Colt Wilder, is here. Colt, today's your first day on Cupcake Ranch, and we're so excited you're here to learn more about fencing, and I can't wait for you to get your hands dirty and sweat on your face. And of course, my three's here helping, and Jesse's here doing the video. So stay tuned. We'll post updates as we go along. All right, guys. So I've just put this post in right here, and what I'm going to do is stretch a string from my gate post to here, just to make me a line down this path where Toby's running. And as I run that string down through here, I'm going to end up placing my rebar fence post 15 foot apart all the way to this. So this post is actually temporary for now. It will be our corner post, but I'll wait till I get toward the end here to set it up once I get my distance between the last rebar post. I've got my string stretched down to my corner post. That's temporary for now. This string's just going to be my line, so I can try to get my rebar fence post as straight as possible. I mean, it doesn't really matter, just it's better for me. So, anyway, this is going to be my line if Toby don't jump over it, mess it up, or lay on it. And I'm going to come down through here every 15 foot and put a rebar post and until I get to the end. So I'll use this line as my guide. Alright guys, so I'm moving this post up. It was here. 15 foot's going to be about right here. And so I think that I'm good here on this as a corner post to be able to go straight all around the back here. So I just am moving this up 2 feet to make my distance work out between my last rod.
This is what they're doing instead of helping.
Hit it like he lives, son.
Hold on, it's not hitting them. Oh!
So we're going to take us a little pause here, and I'm going to tell you a story about whenever me and my papa was building our barn up there. I was hitting a nail about like Cade's hitting that thing, and Papa said, "You just like lightning, ain't you? You ain't hit the same place twice."
Look at these fine workers.
Boys will be boys.
I got out
Hey,
everyone!
hey, dude, that is my string. That is... So I've got all my fence posts drove. I've got all of them 15 feet apart, all the way around the pond. I've made a square around the pond, and so next step's going to be putting on the insulators. So we'll let you know from there. So it's time to put these insulators on, and what I've got here are these screw-on insulators. Work on this rebar post because they're circle, or because they're round. They don't clip on, so this will slide down over top of the post, and then this screw will screw on there and go ahead and it'll tighten it down. What I like to do is go ahead and have this screw ready on there, and then So I'm measuring out every 10 inches. I'm just doing a three-strand wire around the pond here because the goats are pretty used to the electric fence and they've not bothered it at all. So I'm going to just measure here 10 inches and then I'll tighten this down. I'll come up 10 inches, put another one, and I'll put 3 strands there. So this first one here, I'll measure down. I've got my ruler set here at 10 inches, I'm sorry. And I'll go ahead and tighten it down just right there close. And before I snug it, I'll just kind of make sure down there, tighten it down. Next one will go on same way. Of course, keep in mind here, this part here is what holds your electric wire. So make sure that's on the inside, not on the outside, because you'll want your wire on the inside of the fence so that you can have the pathway around your fence without getting shocked yourself. Right there. Snug it down. And the top one. I'll snug that down. And then we'll come back and we'll run our wire down through here. So I've got all these poles that I just put in to put these insulators on, these screw-on insulators. And then will be our wire. We've got all of our fence up. We've put us a small shelter in the pond here. And what we're doing first is we're starting here on the end, running us a wire. And I bought this turbo wire. It's braided. It's got copper and metal in it. So what I've done here is tied it on to my corner post, and I'm running along the bottom first. Jesse's got me a reel, and as I come up to each insulator, I just go over and under, and then I take it back around. So it's good and tight, as you can see there. And I'm going to do the bottom strand first. All right, guys, so we've got the fence complete here, as you can see. Fenced all the way around. Now I'm going to take galvanized wire, and I'm going to tie on a few of the braided wire that I've put on just to make sure they're secure and they hold. I'll just twist this around them. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. Okay, so I'm just going to take this metal wire here, and I'm going to wrap it around my wire that's on there just to keep it tied on. I'll come up here and I'll just twist it. And again, this just helps secure it onto the post, onto the insulator, so that it don't come off. I'll just take my excess and turn it down, wrap it. All right, guys, we have successfully moved the goats down here. Got my box hooked up. I just bought a tote container, and I put the converter box and the battery inside of there, my ground rods. So far the goats have just stayed right here. I'm fixing to go get them some water. So we'll see how it goes.